Hey guys, it's Jack, aka the Jolly Noggle here, and I thought today we'd do something a little bit different. So Rivals of Ixalan just came out, and I thought we would open up some of these pre-release packs and take a look at what's inside and then build a deck out of it. So I'll show you my pool, I'll show you what I did with it, and we'll take a look at these cards and see how Ixalan Pre-Release is. I didn't get a chance to participate in store myself, so I got a couple of these so that I can kind of do some practice at home. It looks like a pretty fun set. There's a lot of really big creatures, also pretty aggro stuff too, so hopefully we'll get two very different styles out of these two packs. Anyway, so let's take a look. Alright, let's get this first guy open. I got my treasure goblins out. Felt appropriate for this set and in general for good luck. So let's take a look at what we got in here. I know a lot of you have already seen what's in these packs, so we'll kind of breeze through the insides. So got this pretty cool little box. Looks like a treasure map. Got your dice. It's a 3. Glad you missed that anyway. Let's see, we got Dire Fleet Poisoner, 2/2 flash, Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, target attacking pirate gets +1/+1 against that. Alright, so that's pretty cool. In general, flash creatures, especially with Death Touch, are pretty good. It's kind of like a kill spell for non-flying creatures. And that foil looks really cool. Alright. So maybe we'll be black aggro. We'll see how that goes. And then inside you have your little divider with the Immortal Sun, I think. And then little inserts. Let's pop this open for posterity's sake. Little riddle. And like a little intro. Cool. All these boxes, I feel like they do a really good job with the pre-release stuff, regardless of the sets. Alright. So let's start with Ixalan. I'm already familiar with these cards, so might as well. Alright, let's do this in Wooburg. Queen's Commission, Skullduggery, Ryle, Bishop Soldier, New Horizons, Shipwreck Looter, Dive Down, Pious Interdiction, Demolish, Grazing Whiptail, Heartless Pillage, Field of Ruin, that's pretty good. Tempest Caller. Ooh, our first rare is Goring Ceratops, Big White Dinosaur. Okay. Vampire. Alright, so it looks like so far white, blue, and black are our biggest piles. We got a lot of vampires coming in. Opt, nice. Bloom Dryad. Sometimes I like to make multiple decks in different styles. Prying Blade. Headstrong Brute. Kendrali's Collar. I'm not really being pulled in any particular direction. My white's pretty heavy though, so far. Ooh, Foil Swamp, and then our second rare is Deathgorge Scavenger. So our two rare so far are dinosaur based, which is interesting. There's a lot of big dinosaurs in this too. A lot of them are white, so maybe we'll be white-green. Sailor Memes. Savage. Our Swaggering Corsair. Gilgrove. Let's move this. Gilgrove Stalker. Dinosaur Hunter. Gruesome Fate. Oh, looks like our black is building. Mutiny. Oppressive Ray. Waterknot. Our blue is looking pretty good too. Blazing Hope. Maelstrom Harpy. Ooh, Forerunner of the Coalition. That's a good pirate card. Ooh, another good pirate card. Dire Fleet Daredevil. We don't have a lot of good red, but that is a good reason to be red. But our white and our blue is looking particularly good. Black's decent. Our green and our red are lacking. It's not terribly surprising. Divine Verdict, River Darter, Fanatical Firebrand, Naturalize, Dusk Legion Zealot, Hardy Veteran, Traveler's Amulet, Evolving Wilds, Kitesail Corsair, Bombard, good, Pitiless Plunderer, another Forerunner, oh, a Raging Regisaur, it's a good reason to be green-red, and Mastermind's Acquisition. It's a great black card. I don't know that we'll play it, but if we get a good black bomb, it might be a reason to play it. Alright, 2 packs left. Crashing Tide, running out of room here. Stampeding Horncrest, Raptor Companion, another double reprint. Hardy Veteran, Voracious Vampire, Naturalize again, Jade Bearer, good card. Soul of the Rapids, Dark Inquiry, Luminous Bonds. Strength of the Pack is a good green finisher. I don't know that we'll have the support for it. Shake the Foundations. Everdon Champion's a good white card. Ooh, we're definitely going black. Tetzamok is an awesome card. A lot of people think that this is maybe the best limited card you can pull in your pre-release or even in draft. Straight up wins games. And our black pile's actually looking pretty good. So it looks like we might be like a white-black control. Maybe like white-black with a little bit of red, because we got some good red. Even our blue is pretty decent, but that's not really a good combo. Suncrested Pterodon, Mistcloak Herald, Goblin Trailblazer, Dinosaur Hunter, Aggressive Urge. Man, I want to play green, but I don't think it's going to happen. Jade Bearer, Soul of the Rapids, Dark Inquiry. Yeah, our black's looking great. Our white's also looking very good. Enter the Unknown, Swift Warden. Alright, and what do we got here? Awakened Amalgam. Ooh, and a Foil Impale. That's actually really good. Awakened Amalgam is not a great card, especially in this format. I think at best, if we play Field Ruin, Evolving Wilds, and then Swamp and Plains, although the Evolving Wilds won't stay out the whole time, so maybe be a 4/4. Just not good right now. Alright, so it's a little glary. It's kind of hard to see the red, but that's okay. So yeah, it looks like we're probably going to be white-black, maybe splashing another color. Anyway, I'll build the deck, and then we'll take a look at what I got. Okay, guys, we're back. So, I had a lot of white. A lot of that white was removal, but it turned out my black and white creatures were not great together. There wasn't a lot of vampires that were cohesive, and I had a lot of really good cards in pirates that ended up kind of depending on other pirate synergies, and the power level of the pirates compared to the white and black were much better. So I ended up going with Grixis colored pirates. I feel pretty good about it. Like, the curves okay. Most of them are in the 3-drop slot, which feels about right for pirates. I wish I had a couple more like 1-drop creatures, because I know pirates have some good 1-drops. I only had the one in Fanatical Firebrand. So I've got some protection there with Dive Down and Skullduggery, which will be good to kind of keep my smaller creatures alive. I kept one Dinosaur Hunter. It's just a good bear with an upside if you're up against dinosaurs. So I got that, a couple little guys. The Direfleet Daredevil and the Direfleet Poisoner are both really good, so I wanted to be able to utilize those guys. I initially had some more discard cards, like Dark Inquiry and what was the other one? I got rid of it. Heartless Pillage. But I realized I ended up wanting to be more aggro, so I sacrificed those in lieu of some just keeping more creatures around. I really like the Harpy. I think it's a good upper end flyer. I had a couple of the Soul of the Rapids, which I ended up getting rid of. I think a 3/2 flying for 5 is kind of slow, and I really just want to be able to get Tetsamok out and use his ability, so he'll need some setting up. Anyway, I feel pretty good about the way it curved out. The pirates are very strong. I have 2 forerunners of the coalition, and they're the ones that search up pirates, and when pirates enter the battlefield, it makes each opponent lose a life, so you get some kind of automatic value there. Anyway, I feel like this is the right move for the cards that I had. If you disagree with me, let me know. I mean, everybody builds decks a little bit differently. There's some cards in here that I definitely like more than some other people. Like, I love Opt, so that was kind of an auto include. And some people might have gone with the Soul of the Rapids over the Harpy or something else, for example. As far as the lower end of the curve, I don't know if there's anything that I could have done much differently. I didn't have a lot of 1 and 2 drop pirates. In fact, I'm playing almost all the 2 drop pirates I have, except for 1 less Dinosaur Hunter, I think. I was going to throw in the Deadeye Quartermaster, and that's the one that searches up an equipment. I had 2. I had Cobble Wings and Prying Blade, and instead of throwing those all in, like, she's kind of weak at a 2/2 that searches up a card, so it's kind of slow. So I ended up just putting the Prying Blade in there because I think it's a pretty decent equipment, especially for pirates. And then the Traveler's Amulet to kind of do some mana fixing. I didn't end up using the Field of Ruin. I felt like in a limited environment it's less likely to be useful, and I threw in a Traveler's Amulet, and the Evolving Wilds are basically the extent of my fixing. Basically, I just want to be really low to the ground, pretty quick, with a little bit of interaction, but mostly just focus on getting a bunch of creatures on the board. Sorry about the glare on this guy. He's kind of shiny. Anyway, yeah, I think I really like the deck. I think it would be really fun to play, and so I'm going to build the other one now. Alright, so we got this bad boy here. We'll do the next opening and see what kind of deck we get. Later I'll probably end up playing with my wife, maybe one of my friends. My wife's not a huge Magic fan, but she puts up with it and is actually a pretty decent player. It's not really her thing, but she likes playing games, so... wow, 3 twice in a row. Interesting. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Ooh. Hadana's Climb. Okay, so this is really good for merfolk. It's the one that gives creatures flying, +X for X power, and gives a counter, I think, every turn. Yeah, so this is going to be really good in like a blue-green merfolk, so hopefully we get some cards to support that. Put you next to the goblin there. Alright, you already know what's in here. Alright. Whoa. Weird. Alright. So let's start with the Ixalan packs. Last time. I hope we're not pirates again. Like, I like pirates, but I kind of want to do something different, so see what we can do here. Fire Cannon Blast, okay. Dire Fleet, Interloper, Encampment Keeper, Run Aground, Grim Captain's Call. Our black is getting pretty heavy there. Raptor Hatchling, but it's only the first pack, so we'll see. Sky Raptor, or Sky Terror, rather. Fathom Fleet Swallower, and 1 Merfolk. It's a pretty cool card. It's not going to see any play, but it's really good and limited. It's kind of expensive, but taking half their cards when they only have 40 is pretty big. Alright, Desperate Castaways, Sun-Crowned Hunters, Crash the Ramparts, Siren Lookout, Siren's Ruse, Unknown Shores, Run Aground, Anointed Deacon, Pirate's Cutlass, Vanquish the Weak, Siren Storm Tamer, Danto Vanguard, Call to the Feast. Ooh, Jace. Oh man, we're definitely running blue. I said that last time, but or about the colors that we're definitely running, but I think we will this time. Holy cow, our white is super weak. So blue, looks like blue-black so far. River Darter. Oh, now we're into Rivals. Jadecraft Artisan. Strider Harness. Gives haste. Jungleborn Pioneer, it's a good card. Araska Relic, we're getting a lot of artifacts. Grasping Scoundrel. Overgrown Armasaur. Another Mausoleum Harpy. Flood Recollection. Daring Buccaneer. Ooh, Blood Sun. And a foil. Alright, I mean, that's the money card there. I doubt we'll use it, but, dang. This has been a good pre-release pack. I would have been happy to get this at, F&M. Alright, let's see what we got here. Sun Sentinel, it's a pretty decent 2-drop. Sailor Memes. Sun-Collared Raptor. Canal Monitor. Big Vanilla Guy. Gilgro Stalker. Dinosaur Hunter. Soul of the Rapids. Martyr at Dusk. Sworn Guardian. Impale. Great black card. Stone Quarry. Stormfleet Sprinter. Baffling End. Mastermind's Acquisition, like last time. Interesting, okay. So we are super heavy blue-black right now. It's unlikely we're going to get there on Merfolk, but these next couple packs could help out with that. Sailor Memes. Swaggering Corsair, Naturalize, Dusk Legion Zealot, Mutiny. I almost added that one to my last deck, but just ended up being not as good as removal spell as other ones. Another Relic, Squire's Devotion, Strength of the Pack, Blazing Hope, Crested Herd Caller, and another Mastermind's Acquisition. Jeez, I mean, that's a really good card in general, but, I don't know, man. Alright, Sunrise Glorifier. Crashing Tide. God, our blue. Stampeding Horncrest. Vampire Revenant. Knight of the Stampede. Squire's Devotion. Overgrown Armasaur. Titanali's Crown. Grasping Scoundrel. Exultant Sky Marcher, good card. Sea Red. Atsokan Seer, good card, but that is not a popular color combo. Ooh, Silvergill Adept, that's a really good Merfolk. Oh, Alenda, wow, what a pack! That whole, man, that was a really good pre-release. This is gonna be kind of tough. It looks like it's gonna be blue-black. I might be able to make green work from Merfolk, or at least kind of Merfolk, but oh man, it's unlikely. Anyway, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so here's what I ended up with. This was actually a really hard one because I had some really good rares, and it was hard to kind of figure out which way to go. So I couldn't use the vampire Alenda. There just wasn't enough vampires, and there wasn't enough good white cards to go with the black cards. I only had a couple vampires in black, so it just didn't work out. I tried to do the Merfolk thing because there's a couple Merfolk Matters cards, and wasn't really able to make that happen either. I still am splashing the Hadana's Climb because I want to. I just like that card, and I got kind of a lower to the ground black blue control-ish kind of deck going here. Jace kind of being the headliner, Fleet Swaller being like the finisher. I had 2 of those Masterminds acquisitions, which I thought about running both, but it just kind of seemed like most of the time I'd rather play a card than look for a card, especially with so few cards in a 40 card deck. I wouldn't have to dig very far, so I thought running 2 of them was a little excessive. So yeah, the upper end is a 5, and I feel like that's pretty reasonable, except for the Fleet Swaller, which is kind of like the last thing you do if they're beating you. Or it can be found with the acquisition if it needs to be found earlier. I'm hoping that the Hedonist Climb gets its green mana. I'll have the Unknown Shores as kind of a way to deal with that. There's also a lot of treasure producers in this. So I feel like there's a lot of ways for me to make that splash happen. I'm not as confident about the synergy of this deck as I was about the other pre-release deck that I made, but there's so many sweet cards, and that was really the struggle, because all my good cards were spread out and weren't really cohesive. So the best I could do was with this blue black with that one green card. And it looks really fun if it works. Otherwise, it might be complete garbage. Who knows? Anyway, this is a tough one, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you disagree with what I made, please let me know. Again, everybody's got kind of their own way of making decks, and there's just a couple cards that I really wanted to play in here that I'm kind of forcing, even though they're maybe not the best, most efficient option. I just really want to play them. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll check you later.